Kim Kardashian becomes a lawyer. This is Kim Kardashian's chart, and she definitely has some lawyer attorney signatures in her chart. Let's take a look. First thing that jumps out, I mean, there's so many things that jump out. Let's start here where my pointer is. She's a Sagittarius rising. So we're going to look at Sagittarius, the ninth house, Jupiter, and maybe Neptune to see some of this indication of her becoming a lawyer, desiring to be a lawyer. And so Sag rising there, so we have that, and we have Neptune is in the first house there, so Neptune is going to be of prominence because it's in the first house, and the ruler Jupiter is up here on the midheaven. So this is just a very fortunate chart in general because of that. This could be somebody, you can see that with Jupiter here, being the ruler of the chart, it's at the top of the chart. It's going to be this, her good fortune is going to be out in the open. All this Virgo stuff, Jupiter and Virgo is going to be out in the open, which we all know about. But becoming a lawyer, you can see how the energy shifts and can become different things. And this can be for not just Kim Kardashian, anyone that has the resources, the time, the ability, all put together, etc., can transform this energy to become something else. And this is interesting too with this, the idea of free will. A lot of people don't quite understand this, that you can see we could say she has the free will to change her life, especially because of her circumstance. Maybe, or let's say a person has a lot of resources, a lot of help. They have the free will to quote unquote do whatever they want to do. But you can see here, it's not whatever she wants to do. It's whatever she wants to do in the realms of Sagittarius and Jupiter, which definitely correlates with becoming a attorney. So there's that. And of course, it has to do with money. It has to be a profession that's going to make her money because she's money. Look at this Venus right here near the midheaven as well. You see Jupiter in an Earth sign. We see this Venus in the ninth. So I talked about in the beginning, I said Sagittarius, Neptune, Jupiter, and the ninth house, and she has Venus for the ninth, and we have her quoted saying, "That's what I want to do. I want to be a lawyer, and that's what I'm going to do," indicating some desire, Venus, this love for teaching, love for counseling, love for performing. She said specifically she wants to be a trial lawyer. So we also can look at, before we come back to this Jupiter, actually let me come down here and let's take a look at her moon, her sun and her moon. Her moon is in a powerful position for the moon, the fourth house. You can see that she has planets in the first, the fourth, and the 10th, powerful positions for those planets, and it's in Pisces that moon is ruled by Neptune, and it's ruled by Jupiter, the co-rulers of Pisces, and it's making an exact opposite aspect to Jupiter. You can see that there, 28 degrees. So the moon is heavily influenced by Jupiter and Neptune. So we're looking at someone like Kim Kardashian. What has she done? She's a performer, being on television, and now she's going to enter into the working world, and that correlates with being an attorney. So we see Neptune as the performer, Jupiter, Neptune, and then now we see in the working world it correlates to a trial lawyer, a performing lawyer, because that's what trial lawyers do. She's not going to be sitting, I'm just assuming that she's going to be doing this, actually going to do this. She's not going to be sitting in an office. She's going to be performing in a courtroom. We also have this moon at 28 degrees, and this Neptune, but specifically this Neptune, it's making an almost exact square to Venus. We'll come back to that as well. Let's take a look at the sun. The sun is in Libra. And Libra is often associated with being involved with justice. You see a lot of women, since we're talking about women, a lot of women specifically with Aquarius and Libra placements who are involved in politics and the justice system, fighting for justice for those who are, let's say, we're fighting for justice for inequality, fighting for those who are less or not able to fight for themselves, fighting for injustices. And we see her Saturn is in Libra as well, where it's exalted, and Jupiter and Saturn together there in the 10th. So definitely a good placement there for again, not just Jupiter, but the combination of Jupiter and then Saturn in Libra as well. Her Pluto's in the 10th. She actually has this nice stellium in the 10th, all conjunct with Pluto, loosely there with Saturn and Jupiter. But this lineup in the 10th, she is definitely a person who chases status. She's not going to do something. She's going to go work. She's not going to do something that's that doesn't have to do with status. So it'll be interesting to see if she can go straight into having status as a trial lawyer. I don't know much about it. If you can do that, or if you have to work your way up, because I don't think she's going to work her way. I don't know if she's going to be the type of person to work her way up with all this 10th house energy. We can see that she also has Mars in the 12th, Uranus in the 12th, with that Mars in a sign Sagittarius that's ruled by Jupiter. In the 12th, the Pisces house, the 12th house, someone that's going to be in the public, fighting for the public. Mars, 12th house, the public. You can see the moon there in the 4th in Pisces. She's very emotional. This is going to be a good placements for someone who's going to have to be emotional and passionate for clients. We can see, as I talked about, that Libra, that sun in Libra. She also has that sun in the same degree as Jupiter and that moon. Her Mercury is in the same degree as that Venus in the 9th. So you can see there's a lot of connections to these other planets that have to do with that are connected to Sagittarius, the 9th house, Neptune, and Jupiter. And of course, she has the North Node in Leo, the South Node in Aquarius, where she's coming from. This again is another placement of as I said, where she's coming from, a placement there in Aquarius, fighting for injustices and the people and equality. Will she actually do this? Let's take a look at the transits. The transits here, we have Uranus is here in the 6th right now. And it's just going to be soon moving back. It was in Gemini and moved back into Taurus. Now it's going to move back into Gemini. It'll go over her 7th house cusp. So we can see there may be some changes with her relationships that have to do with the mind, thinking. So there's that. Maybe with the ruler Mercury being in Scorpio in the 11th, maybe she finds herself using the internet as a lawyer to find her place. Because again, as I said, it has to be in a performance a performing arts environment, or she probably won't do it. So if she isn't able to be a trial lawyer, maybe that's what we see. Let's see, where's Saturn? Saturn is down here near her moon. It's been kind of going over here over the moon. We might see here, as Saturn goes through the 4th, some emotional struggle with this endeavor. Of course, she's got all the time in the world. But as Saturn goes into the 5th in the next 3 years, and then into the 6th, maybe we start to see there she has some more success. And lastly, but not least, Neptune is here as well. So we will have to see what happens there. Pluto is down here in Aquarius. And you could see some indication of Pluto trining all this stuff in the 10th, that in the next 15 years, as Pluto goes through, there will be some activity that has to do with these planets and this house. So thanks for watching, and have a great night.